Right. Kirtan has been done.
Yes. 1.5 hours. 2 hours.
First I want that how we preached in Australia, Mumbai, and then to Big Island. You should get some brief.
Description.
That for how we preached and what subject, especially separation, mood and ditch.
Gurudev ordered me to give a brief description of our preaching in Mulanga and in Hilo.
You can stand up if you, because it is difficult to see. Why not? You are not old person.
So from Gurudev's order, I will try to give some drops of that wonderful experience.
He should sit in the lap of his father.
We went from India after Kartik via Bangkok, arriving in Australia, Mulaba. So many devotees had gathered there, expecting Srila Gurudev, very worried for his physical health. Gurudev, very merciful, he started speaking. First, he gave a very wonderful presentation on who is qualified to hear, to meditate on Ashtakariya Lila. Then he warned all the devotees that this is not something cheap. This is something which we should respect and meditate upon as our ultimate goal. We should know where we are at present. If anyone may be in the stage of Ashakti, then he can or she can understand, properly relate to Krishna's Ashtakaliya Lila pastimes. Sometimes the devotees become worried that at once they should remember all these things. So Gurudev warned for this very carefully. And then he quoted one shlok from Srimad Bhagavatam, which was very well presented by also our senior devotees who were traveling with us. Srimad Padmanabh Maharaj, Aranya Maharaj, Shamarani Didi, so many were there, and they all presented very good ideas how we should understand that where we are at now. Vayam Dviti Abhinivesh Tasya. Vayam, we are all full of fear in this material world. Why? Because we are absorbed in that which is not our real identity, which is really our natural position. We are absorbed in that which is temporary. We are eternal. Because of that, we're always fearful. At any time, our position may be checked by that which is governing this temporary existence, the laws of material nature. Death, old age, disease, good, bad, friends, enemies, poor, rich, all these dualities we have to face in this world. Success, failure. Why we are always fearful? Because we are absorbed in the activities which are going on in this material world. How to become free of that? Bhakti Kayeshu Gurudeva Atma. When we become completely absorbed in the service to Gurudev. Not just ordinary service. We should become so intimately connected with Gurudev that he will be worried for us. And we will accept him like our best friend, our well-wisher, our father, our everything. He is our only shelter. I am his. I belong completely to Him. If that level of bhakti is attained, then if we can understand the equation. If we are completely absorbed in that which is not, and we're always full of fear, that how to come out of that if we become completely absorbed in that which is real. What is real in this world? The lotus feet of Gurudeva, Uttama. Yeah. That is the reality, the only reality in this world. Krishna is so merciful. By sadhu sangha only can we obtain a way out of this material existence. Otherwise, there is no solution. So many good advices are given in scripture how to live a religious life. But only if we contact real sadhus, then that reality from the spiritual, transcendental atmosphere will enter our heart. And we will become enlightened, we become happy, free from all fear. Only fear is, I should not offend Vaishnavas. Yeah, I should never offend my Gurudev. I should always try to render Anukul Yasya, Anukul Seva. This definition has been given by Srila Gurudeva. What is real, pure bhakti? Anukulya
Annabhilashi.
Annabhilashi Sunyam Jnana Karmadhyana Vitam Anukulyana Krishna Anusilanam Bhakti Uttama. If we have that bhakti, which is favorable, which is giving pleasure, which is for the benefit of Krishna, if we render activities with our body, mind, words, the moods within our heart, without any covering of knowledge which is not favorable, impersonalistic knowledge, or knowledge of Krishna's Aishwarya, manifestation, and we are not covering our bhakti with karma, activities which will divert our attention to working for the benefit of Krishna. That is called Uttama Bhakti. But we do not know. We hear who is Krishna, but we do not know what is our relationship with Krishna. But we do know, if we come in contact with pure sadhu, who is our Gurudev, who is our well-wisher, and we can learn this practice of Uttama Bhakti to apply that to Guru. If we apply it to Guru, Yasya Deva Para Bhaktir, Yata Deva Tata Guru, Tasyaita Prakita Hyartava, Prakashante Mahatmanaha. If we have the same bhakti for Gurudev as we want for Krishna, then all the knowledge of the Vedas, all the imports, all the essence of all the scriptures will be revealed within our heart. So this was so wonderfully presented in Muvilamba. The devotees are very, very inspired. Then, after Muvilamba, Gurudeva was physically not so well. He was looking forward to come to Hawaii. He said, as soon as I will arrive in Hawaii, I will be okay. On the banks of Yamuna, in Vrindavan. The house of Vrindavan, the banks, the shore of the ocean. At once he felt so much better. And Gurudeva became very enthusiastic, writing, but again some difficulty was there physically. Gurudeva has to be a little careful for a few more months, but so many good advices are coming our way by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Radha Krishna, all Vaishnavas. They want that Gurudeva should be very helpful and merciful to so many devotees by writing literature and giving his association. So this also why we are here. It was a surprise visit. So you're all very lucky to be here today. So a little bit I will also discuss about Hilo. In Hilo, we had so many wonderful classes. Prabhu was there, Indra Prabhu and his son and daughter-in-law. And maybe a few more were there from here, or only Indra?
Kosturi was there, yes.
So there we heard such a wonderful presentation on the mood of separation and meeting and the importance of Diksha. Some questions was raised, some devotees were distributing pamphlets. It's not so important to take Diksha, they were telling. It is said in the scriptures, and our Guru Parampara said that Harinam in itself is sufficient. When Gurudev heard this, he became very energetic. But we should tell the real conclusion. What is the real conclusion? All those who are telling this in our Guru Parampara, have they taken just Harinam or have they also taken Diksha? They have all taken Diksha. So this concept of Harinam in itself is sufficient, is to be understood in the proper way, not just making some loose statements. Yeah, we all need to understand what is our position. We are all residents, or we're all products, or whatever we are at the present day in Kali Yuga, and we're very unfortunate. Manda Sumanda, Matayo, Manda Upade. We are all very lazy in our attempts to practice spiritual life, and we are very forgetful, no good memory, so many bad habits. So the need for help is so much necessary that anything which will be there, if we say Harinam, it is enough. It may be enough for those who are very, very special, exalted, who are already situated, on that level. But for all of us, really, we need all the help that we can get. Every mantra which comes from Gurudev's lips, every word which comes from his lips, his lotus lips, is helpful and is nourishing. And especially those who have received Diksha initiation, every day we can meditate and increase our mamata, our strong desire to reveal our real relationship within our heart with Guru, with Krishna, with Mahaprabhu, with the spiritual realm. These Diksha mantras are so helpful. So without Diksha, it is impossible for any one of us to make proper advancement. So Gurudev gave so many good quotations from scripture. And then the topic came, what is more important, separation or meeting?
No, also you can tell. If it is not essential, Diksha, then why Narad took initiation from Brahma? Also Brahma took initiation from Krishna, Gopal Mantra and Calm Guide. And then from him, Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami. Especially we see, if not Diksha Mantri necessary, then why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from Ishwar Puri? Why? He did not took only Harinam, but Gopal Mantra he took. Vividly it has been written. And why Sanatana Goswami made a rule and regulation that all should have second initiation? Why he? Nowadays we see why Srila Prabhupada himself, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, he took initiation from Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And you know that Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they made so many disciples and they gave Dikshasik and initiation. Without initiation, no relation with Krishna will come. No, you cannot give up your all unwanted things on us. So this is so necessary to take. If not, then why you all are giving and all have taken from up Krishna himself? He took initiation from Bhaguri. Of what mantra? Radha mantra. Ramachandra from Vasishta. All taking. Mahaprabhu to Ishwar Puripad. Ishwar Puripad to Madhavendra Puripad. So it is essential. Without this, no relation with Krishna cannot come. And lakhs. And then what about separation?
Then the topic came to what is more important, separation or meeting?
Who is superior? What is
superior? Some quotations were taken that separation is more important than meeting. you will experience today. All of you, I think, are experiencing that meeting with Gurudev is giving more happiness than being away, isn't it? Or you may think, I will stay away another 2 to 3 years more, and then I will meet Gurudev. No.
Do you want that Radha and Krishna should be separated forever and they should not meet? Do you want? You want? Never, anyone. Even Pujyapat Siddhar Maharaj or Swamiji himself. Oh, they more.
So all who are claiming that separation is more important than meeting, they have a very big misconception. It is improper to think like that. Like Srila Gurudeva just mentioned, do we want that Krishna should stay in Mathura forever? He should not come back to Vrindavan? Or we should try as much as possible that Srimati Radhika and Krishna should be separated? Or we should not have sadhu sangha in that instance? We should all see that separation is only necessary to increase the happiness of meeting. If we discuss the topic of separation, if that's the motivation or the understanding is that we are separated so that after a while new happiness will come, more happiness will come when we meet. That is the purpose of separation. Not that we think, we should be happy in separation. We should always try to be far away from that which is our aim and object. Happiness. The happiness of meeting. No. The real import is only in separation when it increases the happiness of meeting. So after Hilo, we have come here in San Francisco for different reasons. We were supposed to stop only one day for transit because Gurudev cannot take more than one flight a day. But then we met so many inspired devotees in Hawaii who wanted that Gurudev should meet doctors and take some very good treatments in order to improve the physical health of Srila Gurudev. So one of the devotees, he will bring his doctor tomorrow. His name is Tamopaha. Some of you may know him, Tamopaha Prabhu. He will bring his doctor tomorrow, and also at the same time we are arranging for some visa, and we are very happy that today all of you could come even far away from Bejer to attend this wonderful occasion of Sadhu Sangha. Hare Krishna. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavamibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati. I'm very happy that for so many devotees without any invitation you are assembled here. I'm very happy. Anyhow, I want to tell something, and you should try to listen very carefully. You know Srimad Bhagavatam, from external point of view, it seems that Brajagopis and all the Gops and Gopis never met with Krishna when Krishna went to Mathura and after that he went to Dwarka. It seems, but it is not the fact.
In Srimad Bhagavat it has been written that Krishna, after killing Uttama Bhakti, a demon, and he came to Vrindavan. At that time, Krishna was in Gokul with Srimati Nanda Baba and Vrishabhanu Maharaj. With his all associates were there in Gokul. And Krishna went there like, oh boy, Devi. He forgotten that I am son of Vasudeva Devaki. And here remembering that I am son of Jashoda and Nanda Baba. I am most beloved of all the gopis. He made to all others. And he also made dance and ras with all the gopis. And after that he took all the gop and gopi, everyone who were in Braja, 84 crores of Brajamandal everywhere. Oh, Krishna took them to Golok Vrindavan, eternal abode. And then he returned to Dwarka. In what way? Oh, himself he went to Golok Vrindavan with all the gopis. And his manifestation, Dwarkanath. As a Dwarkanath he went to Dwarka. Understand? Krishna, Nandanandan, he went to Golok Vrindavan with all the gopis, eternal abode. But one his manifestation, who was in Dwarka, son of Vasudeva Devaki, he went again there and met with him. And after some time, he took all and went to Golok Vrindavan. Very big story there, but I told you in brief. So in Bhagavat also it has been told that Krishna went to Vrindavan and he made. So no separation after that. Separation only in this Prakat Vrindavan. No? Prakat Vrindavan, Gokul. This Gokul and that Gokul are same. But when we tell Gokul, then we think that, Prakat, Gokul or Vrindavan. Gokul, Vrindavan, Braj are same. No difference. So, you should understand all these things. You know, there was a very high class of devotee. His name is Mahaprabhu. Kabhi Karna ko put
Mahaprabhu sucked his toe.
His
Sucked his toe.
His toe, and became a very high class of poet. So he has written Ananda Vrindavan Champu. Akashvani, what?
Voice from the sky. Coming. Right. In the sky, voice was coming.
There we go. So, Kabir Kanpur has written his Vrindavan Champu up to Ras Leela, Holika. And after that, he has not written that Akrur went to Vrindavan, and after that he took Baladev and Krishna to Mathura. He has omitted all these things because they cannot bear the separation. That Radha and Krishna and Gopis and Krishna should be ever separate. So he has not written like. You know that Jadev Goswami has made Gita Govinda. He has never written that Krishna went to Mathura and Dwarka. But I know only the people of Mathura, like Akrur, they may tell that he is the son of Vasudev and Devaki, and he should always be in Mathura. But any Brajavasi cannot tell that Krishna should be there and he should not come to. But those who are telling that Krishna should be separated and he should be in Mathura and Dwarka, they must be of Akrur side of Mathura. Very cruel. If you want to be the disciple of Akrur and associate of Kans, you can tell that you are that Krishna is of Mathura and son of Devaki and Vasudeva. So, in all Shastra it has been concluded. Rupa Goswami also, in Vidagdha Madhav, he has told that Rukmini is not other than Chandravali. Chandravali, anyhow, she came to as a daughter of Satraj, no. Bhalu. Jambavanti Jambwa. Lalita Vishakha there. And Rukmini is Chandravali. And Satyabhama. She is Aradhika. Anyhow, they were sent to Dwarka. Even the friend of Krishna, anyhow they came to Dwarka. And especially the most intimate friend of Krishna, Madhumangal. Anyhow, it seemed that he died, but Krishna brought him from Jamlu, and he was also in Dwarka. So all met together anyhow. So Rupa Goswami cannot establish that they are separated from. Those who read all these books, you have a very good conception that, in the last, they have been together. Now, I want to revise something that you are very lucky. For us, Srila Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jeev Goswami, all the Goswamis, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, they have written so many books for us. These are treasures like treasury. As in Srimad Bhagavatam, first it has been told, Savai Punsam Paro Dharmo Jato Bhakti Adhokkari Ahetukya Abhyavahata Jayatma Samprasida. What is the meaning, Prabhu? Stand up.
This shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm just reading today, ironically, that the supreme occupation for all humanity, the Dharma, is the Dharma for everyone. The supreme occupation is that by which men can attain the loving devotional service to the Lord. There are so many types of Dharma in this world that are mostly materially motivated, that to take care of one's family, to serve one's country, one's children, to be a good, honest citizen. But ultimately, all these material dharmas end in the repeated cycle of birth and death, pain and sorrow and suffering. So Krishna is giving this instruction that the supreme dharma of the occupation is to hear about the glories of the Lord and develop loving attachment for him from hearing this.
Thank you. In this flow, it has been told, so why? Oh, it is show that anyone can be happy if he is serving adhokkad tattva. Adhokkad means who is beyond the limit of all senses and who can create in a moment all millions and millions of universes. Very powerful, very sweet, very sweet. On very merciful.
Causeless.
So, paradharma, savai, punsan, man for all life beings. Parodharma, man paramadharma. What is paramadharma? Oh, praying, paramdharma, love and affection. To adhokkha. But who is the adhokkha really? What Srimad Bhagavad tells, that adhokkha, he has not taken the name. Srila Gurudeva Goswami are there. But in next slok he tells, श्लोक 5 एते चांस कला पुंसः कृष्णस्तु who is adhokkha here? Oh, Krishna. He's Swayam Bhagavan. Even Dwarkadhish is not Swayam Bhagavan. Ramchandra is Bhagavan, Narayana is Bhagavan, Nrsimha is Bhagavan, but not Swayam Bhagavan. Dwarkadhish even, Mathuradhish even, not Swayam Bhagavan. They are manifestations of Krishna or Vaibhav Prakash. Understand? Who is Swayam Bhagavan? Valli, Nanda Nanda. No? Gopi Jana Ballabha. And it has been told, He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste. But Hey Krishna. But he is not satisfied. Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate, he is the Lord of all universes. But something has to be told more. Gopesa, even not complete. Gopika Kant, he is the Vallabha of all Gopijan. But something is great. And what is? Radha Kant. Oh, now completed. Otherwise never complete. So his Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna, Radha Vallabha, Radha Kant, Radha Ras Bihari, Radha Raman, Radha Damodar. He has so many names, so many activities, pastimes. So this Radha Raman, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath is Swayam Bhagavan. So to love Krishna and to serve Krishna in the way of Anna Vilasitashmi, Jnana Karma Adhyana, Anukullene Krishna, Bhakti. You should explain. Very carefully, you should try to hear Otherwise, I will ask anyone. And if you cannot tell, then stand upon the bench.
Most famous verse by Srila Gurudeva, and most of us have heard so many times from Srila Gurudeva, and still for us, we need to be reminded of this nature of bhakti again and again, so that we can properly instill in our behavior and in our heart the proper meaning of this verse, and then we can perfect the process in which we're trying to engage ourselves. Srila Goswamiji is taking here the essence of all the descriptions of bhakti which have been given everywhere else in Shastras, Puranas, and he is defining every aspect of bhakti, its intrinsic nature, qualities, symptoms, and external nature, qualities, and symptoms. And he is actually giving us a barometer, which Srila Gurudeva often uses the word, that we can continuously check that are we properly engaging ourselves in bhakti, or we need to make certain amendments. So the first word of the verse is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. And what does this mean? This means
Oh, don't make noise there. Tell them. They should not make noise.
Kitchen party. Madhav Maharaj. Madhav Maharaj.
আরে একটু হাল্লা না হয় ওদিকে সাউন্ড না হয় বেশি
that a sadhaka should be very careful that in his heart no other desire other than the desire to serve Sri Krishna, Sri Guru, should be there in his heart. There are so many desires, all this coming in our heart for so many types of material arrangements, etc., etc. But as long as those desires are covering the prime desire, please Krishna, then our bhakti will not grow. Our bhakti will be stagnated, or it will go more down. If the desire for bhakti is strong, then gradually that desire will eradicate all other desires. So this is very important that we should make notice. In our heart, no other desire should be there. Then Srila Goswami is saying, Jnana Karmabhye Anapritam. In addition to this, we should also try to carefully watch that our endeavors which we are performing through this bodily senses, words, and mind, they should not be covered by either Jnana or Karma. What is Jnana? Jnana basically here is targeted towards the impersonal cultivation of knowledge. Like many people in this world, in India and West, they basically, when talk about God or they think of God, then they are actually thinking of a formless person, a person who doesn't have a form. And they want to attain that object which is formless, and thus they want to dissolve their own identity completely, and thus they think that we'll be completely happy. Why? Because the basic cause of suffering is to have form. If you have form, then you have desires, and you have desires, then you have expectations, and since in this world nobody's expectations get ever fulfilled, so the only way to eliminate suffering from the root is to eliminate the conception of form. So we should do that. But Srila Goswami is saying that this conception is the most detrimental element towards the cultivation of bhakti, because the platform of bhakti is residing on the primary conception that God is Krishna and He's so merciful, He's so beautiful, and his form is also completely eternal and transcendental. And on the other hand, the living entities, being his part and parcel, they are also eternal, and they also have a wonderful, beautiful form. And thus, our relation between the two is also eternal. So that very particular aspect of knowledge is very, very detrimental towards the cultivation of bhakti and should be avoided. An association with any such person who is aiming towards liberation should also be given up. Then, another feature of knowledge is the Aishwarya bhav, or the mood of that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is having all the six opulences. He's the creator, he's the maintainer, he's the destructor of everything. So basically, he doesn't need any service. He doesn't feel hungry, he doesn't have any pain. He is fully satisfied and complete. So, many devotees, they worship God or Krishna with this mood. But the only thing which is lacking in this aspect is that there is not a very big expression or deep expression of that love which the devotee feels for Krishna and then Krishna feels for his devotee, and then because of that so many wonderful sweet pastimes take place. So this aspect should also be gradually, as one advances under the guidance and in the association of Rasik and Bhavak Bhaktas, this conception about the majestic mood should also be gradually given away. But it should happen naturally under the guidance. And in the beginning, it's very important that we should try to have this strong faith that Krishna is completely strong to save us, to protect us, and to give us all kind of shelter that we need. So that is why it is important in the beginning stage. Then, karma. What is karma? Karma here is meaning reward-seeking fruitive activities. Many people in India especially, we see they go to temples, and they go to temples of all kinds of demigods, or they worship trees, stones, and so many things. They have faith in so many things. But all these people, when they are intensely worshipping those objects, they really go and perform very austere methods to worship those particular expressions of God. But the inherent desire in their heart is that, oh, may my family be happy and satisfied, my son, my children, my daughter may get married, my children should be getting nice education, or I should not get sick, and they should not get sick, and we should keep getting money. Basically, to live happily and satisfied in this material world. That's what they aim at. Any problem they have, they will immediately go to the temple and offer worship and prasad and so many things. But the desire is not to please Krishna, but the desire is to get something in return. So that's why this is not pure bhakti. And Srila Goswami is saying, a sadhak who wants to cultivate pure love, unalloyed love, he should try to make sure that his activities are not covered with these kind of desires. Then, in the second line, he's saying, Anukulye Krishna Amshilaram Bhakti Uttama. Now, the performance of bhakti. This is the intrinsic quality of bhakti. First we heard the external symptoms, and now the internal symptoms. And in the internal symptoms, what we should be careful for? That the endeavors of bhakti should be favorable toward Krishna. Anukulye. What does favorable means? Favorable means devoid of the desire to harm Krishna in any way. What does that mean? Here, an example is given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He explains that is in the pastime of when Krishna came to Mathura and he was wrestling with Charun and Mushrik, the Kansa's wrestlers. Then Krishna was seen being very pleased while wrestling with them. He was enjoying the rasa of chivalry, bravery. He was feeling very happy. And Kansa had instructed his wrestlers to actually kill Krishna. So apparently, although it was being seen that these wrestlers, these demons, were actually giving pleasure to Krishna, and Krishna was really enjoying fighting with them. But behind, in their heart, they had desire, oh, we should kill Krishna. So they were not rendering any favorable service to Krishna. They were actually wanting ill for Krishna. And on the other hand, in Braj, when Srimati Yashoda Devi, she put aside Krishna from her lap in order to save the milk, then Krishna started crying. He was not satisfied because he wanted to drink more breast milk. But Yashoda Ji wanted to save the milk for the benefit of Krishna, because she wanted to make so many preparations for Krishna, and all those preparations cannot be made from her breast milk. So it's very important that she should save the milk. So she put aside Krishna, and Krishna became so angry. So here one may say, oh, this activity is not bhakti, because now Krishna is displeased and he's crying, he's not happy. But the fact is that although Krishna is crying, but Srimati Yashoda Devi, whatever she is doing is basically to please Krishna, to benefit Krishna, and also for his well-being. That's why this activity is very much pure bhakti. This should be always seen. In our endeavors, we should have a desire to please Guru, to please Vaishnava, to please Krishna. And then our bhakti will be called Anukulya. Also, the endeavors of bhakti should be uninterrupted. They should be continuous, like the unbroken stream of honey when poured from a jar. The stream is very, very uniform, without any interruption, any break. Similarly, the endeavors which are being rendered through body, mind, and words, and also from the spiritual sentiments, which will gradually come up as the sadhak advances in the stage of bhakti from Nishta Ruchi Asakti onwards, then those vows of the heart should also be given at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna for his pleasure. So, Anya Adhashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadhyanaamritam Anukulyen Krishna Anushilanam. And that Anushilan should also be targeted exclusively for Sri Krishna, not anybody else. Only exclusively Sri Krishna when it is done, and more specifically, as Srila Gurudeva always point out, Rajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar, Radhika Raman. When that is done, then the bhakti will be Uttama Bhakti, the most best quality of bhakti. And when any of these points which Srila Goswami is explaining in this verse is missing in our performance, then to that degree our bhakti is not Uttam Bhakti. So we can summarize it: the endeavors or cultivations of activities rendered through body, mind, and words, and through the internal spiritual sentiments, when they are performed exclusively for the pleasure of Sri Krishna, and they are devoid of any other desire, and are uncovered by jnana and karma, and are unbroken, then they're all called Uttama Bhakti.
Very important thing, one thing. Oh. The sentiment of Krishna, activities of Krishna is bhakti, or the activities, services of Ashraya Tattva like Radha and all bhakts. What is called bhakti? Where bhakti lives? You? Where bhakti lives? You? In Krishna or anywhere else? You should speak. Can you? Oh. Prabhu, you, where lives?
In the hearts of
Not in Krishna? You? Oh, Krishna is enjoyer of bhakti. Bhakti lives in Ashraya Tattva. in Bhakti, especially in Braja, especially in Gopi, or more in Radha. It is so high that Krishna had no idea of Mahabhav like Madanaksha Bhakti. Krishna can see Radhika and he can be observed in Radhika. No? But he will not be met.
Like Radhika.
Or whether as Radhika, if in separation mood or meeting also, she becomes mad. Why? Because where is high class of prema, or most high, then these things can. Kansi Singh, Jarasandha, Duryodhan, all are looking towards Krishna. But as an inimical mood, they want to kill Krishna. Same Krishna. Putana, he saw Krishna, lovely Krishna. But not prema was there. So she wanted to kill. But, Brajavasi, like his soul and life, they want to serve Krishna and to love Krishna. So, this bhakti is in the heart of Radhika or topmost. Understand? But where is its last fraction of bhakti? That is called Shraddha. You must know, Shraddha. It is the last fraction of bhakti. That is Uttama Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Topmost is Madanaksha Bhav. Only in meeting of Radha and Krishna. Separation and all kinds of meeting are there. But last fraction is Shraddha. What is that Shraddha? Shraddha Sabde Kahe Vishwas Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarvaka. You should all note down this. That if I am doing Krishna Bhakti, then my all desires are fulfilled and my life is successful. And then you will be like Haridas Thakur, like Prahlad Maharaj. That if you can cut me in pieces, I will not give bhakti. Then it is seed of bhakti. You can now give this barometer in your heart that even you have Shraddha or not. Yes, I think that Did Vishwas, strong faith in Krishna. He is my supporter, nourisher. He is supreme. I am taking shelter in his lotus feet. Even Atmaniveda. And then Deenhin Trinata, Trinadapi Sunish, this mood will come. The nature of bhakti, that he told Anna Bhilasita Sunna. If you are doing, what will be the first result? What will be? Detachment from world and what?
Desire to serve Krishna.
This more. Attachment to Krishna. But what will come first and second what will come?
Ado Shraddha. Ado Shraddha.
No. In both, detachment to worldly desires and love of Krishna. Desire of something. What is superior? And which will come first? Prema will come first or your detachment from worldly things will come?
Prema.
First prema will come. And then
detachment.
Worldly. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayat Asu Jnanam Vairagyam Cha Jad Ahetuka. In first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been written that if you are doing Ahetuki Bhakti in the lotus feet of Krishna, or it is sure and bound to come, Prem. And thus, when Prem will come, in what proportion? Worldly detachment is bound to go. You are chanting, remembering, worshipping, or serving Gurudev, but some desire of sense gratification is there. Then you cannot go. Obey your Gurudev, really. Then what to do? Serve your Gurudev. Totally. Like Krishna, not less than him. Jasya deve parabhav. Jatha deve tatha. Tasyaite katitahi prakashante. If you will do like this, Krishna will inspire you all the essence of all the literatures, even Krishna praying. It is so. No other vision is bound to come. But if you have no faith, you cannot obey your Gurudev, cannot serve her. You are serving but not obeying. Then what will be? Zero. So first, take Shiksha Diksha from Gurudev, initiation, and then Vrishambrena Gurau Seva. What is that? Vrishambrena? Like a Priya Bandhu. Like
bosom friend.
Bosom friends, more than father, mother and others. And you should obey him. What he is saying. If you are not doing but doing all things, everything, it is like zero. And if you are not doing anything but doing this, it is full. It is there. So first of all, we have had a strong belief on our Gurudev. If he is sincere, he is following his Gurudev, and though he will be up Madhyamadikar, no harm, Krishna will give the result that bhakti will come very soon. Because Krishna says that, that Guru is my manifestation, and very soon he will be Uttama Bhakti. So, we should know all these things. Even if this Shraddha has come anyhow, this Shraddha is of two kinds. Two kinds, you remember?
Laukika Shraddha.
Shastra Avadharanamai. Shastra Avadharana means by seeing or epics, Srimad Bhagavatam, Gita, Bhagavat and all. That, we should have a bhakti to Krishna. And if not, you are doing everything full and okay. Serving father, mother, wife, children and all. Even your country, over everything. You are doing all these things, but no bhakti. Then everything is zero. You will have to go to hell. And if you are serving Krishna, not doing anything, even giving up your father, mother, children, like Raghunath Das Goswami, like Sukadeva Goswami, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is full. Krishna will inspire you. So, we should know this. If, you are here, this Shastra Avadharanamai. And what is next? Madhurjamai. If you are hearing Katha from Gurudev and Vaishnava, the sweet pastimes of Krishna, then you may have a desire that I should serve Krishna like a friend, like parents. Parential love. Like gopis, most beloved. And from this, these bhaktis are. So, if you have two kinds of even Shraddha, but you have no good association, then you cannot chant, remember and do bhakti. Really, you cannot. After some time, what will be if you are not going to associate, not hearing Hari Katha from your superior? Then these two kinds of Shraddha also may gone. And then you will weak, and then you can give up your Gurudev, Vaishnava and Bhakti also. This is the case with the devotees, so many devotees. They took sannyas even, renounced order. They become brahmachari. Preacher, here and there. Thousands and thousands of disciples they made. But no good association. They left their danda, they left their renounced order, brahmacharya, and they entered in grihasti. And even some became against Prabhupada. Bhakti Vedanta Swami. You can see everywhere like that. But anyone not intelligent, not learned even, but following their Guru, always hears and obeys pure Vaishnavas and Guru. His bhakti, Shraddha will what? Develop and increase, and then it will be increase in Nishtha, and then Nishtha to Ruchi, and to Asakti, and then Asakti to Bhav and Prem. This is the process. You should take this barometer in your heart and judge where you are situated. In how, what stage of you are. I don't know how much water you are.
How deep water.
Yes. And do accordingly. If you will follow all these instructions, and if you are sincere, very soon you can develop. Otherwise, you cannot. And this is the process. Manjari, you should sing the song. Jai Kunja Bihari. Who can play on Mridanga? Good. He can do. He can. Oh. Krishna is causeless, merciful. No? He gives food to elephants and ant, to all creepers and trees and to everyone. If you are not working, cobra, ajagar, python, they don't work. But even Krishna gives them. If anyone is in mountain covered with stones, he supports them. And you think that, he will not support us. Oh, we should do something. Karma. If you are not doing, even Krishna will support. So why you are wasting your times in these bogus things? Earth cannot, wealth cannot give you happiness. And have a faith Krishna to Krishna. I never do anything to support me. Oh, thousands and millions of persons they want to give me. Why? Krishna inspired. Oh, here, I've come here. And they are doing so many things. Anywhere I will go. If I will go to anyone's
house,
they will bring so many fruits, vegetables and everything. Why? I never told them to bring. Oh, this is the a special mercy of
causelessness.
So don't believe that you are doing and that is why wealth is coming and you are supporting that. No. If you will stop everything and chant, Krishna will come from clouds and he will make a hole in your and he will give you everything. So this strong belief should come. Oh, all world can cheat you, but Krishna never. Guru and Krishna cannot cheat. Believe this. For bhakti, these are essential. You should remember all this. Then bhakti will come. Otherwise, from where bhakti will come? So these are the basic principles of bhakti. You should be. Oh, photographer. Stand up. You should explain the essence of my teaching, what I told. Essence of my all teaching. Why not? I told to all, but you are taking photography only, not my teachings. Oh, that will break down.
Your photos.
Photos.
Your photo camera will break down.
What you will do of this? But not hearing if?
If you don't hear, you only make photos, then what will be the benefit?
Why you came to take my photography or to hear my words and to follow? Why you came? Then why you are doing so? You are not. You can take photo at any time else, but this time we should hear patiently all these things. It will help you. Otherwise, never. Now, I should take rest because doctors have warned me not to speak so much. So please be merciful to me. And I am very eagerly waiting for my desert to next to
May.
To be prepared for there. I will come again to San Francisco, and then from here I will go to Bejar on his car, driving, or it may be that Pran Kishore Prabhu may come with his old car. No horse. I like his old car.
He has new car.
New car?
No
Oh.
one.
Janardhan Prabhu's.
Now he has given to you. Very good. I know Krishna will arrange him. You are pro devotee. Thank you. Now you can do some kirtan or anything. And I should go to take rest.
Go.
Oh, what you are doing?
Old Pregnant Gurudeva is going upstairs.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
So you should take it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gurudeva. Happy birthday to you.
Very good. Oh, you should sing anyone. Oh, Sri Guru Charana Padma.